guess without further ado, we can go ahead and jump in. Our brand is Full Circle Real Estate. So this is a 26 unit deal that I did earlier this year. I guess just myself. I'm Wyatt. I am in Omaha, like you said. I currently have 157 units under contract, or 157 units that I own. We have another 42 under contract. This specific deal is with 4 other people. It was a JV. It was 3 Jake and Gino members and 1 MIH member. So all through the network, thanks to Jake and Gino.
Wyatt, before you go on, how old are you?
Yep, I am 27.
So for everybody out there that says they're too young, they can't get into multifamily, I mean, he just dispelled that myth right there. How many units did you have when you first started? When you first started Jake and Gino?
Yeah, when I first started Jake and Gino, I think there's a slide on it here. Maybe not. Yeah, prior to Jake and Gino, I had 56 units. I was a W-2 employee. And then the reason why I joined, now I have 157 and I employ 6 people. So it's just been a crazy amount of growth in the last, 9 months of just figuring things out. And it's amazing. I had the drive to do it, but I didn't know what exactly to do. I was just out there taking action. And then once we got the arrow pointed the right way, then it was a lot of things fell into place.
And Wyatt, as you were joining, you were flipping a lot of homes, which is great. You were collecting that cash, you were flipping a lot of homes, but that was actually pulling your, I guess, attention away from the bigger goal of multifamily, correct?
Yeah, I mean, we set up a deal finding machine. We almost bought 50 houses off market in the last 2 years. And it's funny, now that we've gotten the trajectory of the multifamily, we are officially partnering with a buying group, and I am no longer going to be running appointments, no longer going to be in the single family game. It's just my time is spent much better building our team for property management and finding multifamily deals. So it's transition now, full cycle or full circle. Yeah,
that's awesome. Congratulations.
Thanks. So yeah, since I guess and now, so post Jake and Gino, 157 units, employer 6 people, and hit the financial freedom number. So it's just been like an amazing feeling. And now I just get to do what I love, which is, build financial freedom and build wealth for other people now. So now I've been able to do it for other partners, and it's just fun, man. So yeah, thank you to you guys.
And why? One more thing before you go on. Your education has not stopped with Jake and Gino. You've continued to grow, haven't you? You've gone to a branding workshop last couple of weeks. You went out to Hawaii for that event in Hawaii. So you're continuing to pour the gasoline on the fire, continue the growth, right? Because it's one thing when you start, but there's so much more to learn and so much more to consume. The branding. How was the branding event that you went to?
Yeah, it's going incredible. One thing Alex Ramosi says, I'm a huge fan of, is don't invest in the S&P 500, invest in the S&Me 500. Because once you do that, those skills just stack and stack and stack. And so I'm a huge believer in, once you get enough passive income, then you get security. After you get security, you get freedom. And then after you get freedom, you can leave impact. And so now I'm able to get on that impact phrase, and I'm pumped for the whole ride. It's going to be, another 80 years of impact, hopefully.
That's awesome. I love it. So the S&Me 500. I love that. Everybody write that down, because that is so true. That's the quote of the night right there, Jake. Can't beat that one. I love that.
There you go. But yeah, the brand building conference was great too. Just along with great people. That's kind of the next step, is we're building the Full Circle brand to really, go full cycle. I realized that a pair of socks could be $3, but with the Nike check mark, it can be 20. That's the power of the brand. And so branding does count.
Love that.
So let's go ahead and get into the deal here. So this is 22 large townhome style units that we did earlier this year. You can see they're 2006 built, beautifully built.
I'm sold on everything already. I'm done. I'm sold. No, you got great vintage. You got townhomes. They look amazing. I'm sorry. I love
great year, new property, new build too. So yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah, it's beautiful product. It was actually originally built as condos, and then the previous owner won the lottery and then bought these things. Yeah, bought these things. They're 4 individual. They're actually 4 individual lots. He bought all 4 from different owners, and then he zoned it multifamily. And then he tried to manage it himself, and that was where the value add came into play here. They were rented A lot of them were Section 8 tenants that he was just taking the government income and not even collecting the other part of the rent because he just didn't care at this point. Didn't know how to run it well and was running it into the ground. He ended up buying a home in Florida and saying, I want to sell my real estate. And that was when he linked up with a broker that I had a very good connection with. That broker brought it to me before anybody else, before the market. And at that point, we put in an offer and got it accepted.
There's a real misconception there, and I've seen this before, where property owners will think, well, the government's paying, I have nothing to worry about now, it's guaranteed money, and it's the greatest thing ever. And I think we've done one HUD deal that came as a package with some other units, and literally it's the least profitable deal that we've ever done. It was a small component of it, but I just, look, people can make money doing it. I just, really caution people to think just because it's a quote unquote guaranteed money, and they're typically the ones to pay late. They'll be like, oh, there's a funding issue or there's this or that. So it's not all sunshine and rainbows when it comes to, taking government checks. Just want everyone to be clear on that.
Yeah. And we found that through the management piece here. So we can kind of go into the next piece here. The deal itself, this is going to be a legacy hold. We don't plan on selling this. I made the group specifically with people that wanted to do a large refi and roll and keep this asset. And so that is what we're doing conservatively. Let's get back here.
What's going on with the trees in the driveway there? Are they still there or what?
No, they're not there anymore. No.
It looked a little out of place.
Yeah. We've done some work to it. We're still getting through it, but we're done with phase one. Anyways, getting back to this, conservatively, we're at 13.9% IRR. We did buy these at $135K a unit, which seems high to a lot of people. But when you consider half of them are 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom or 4-bedroom, 2-bathroom, 1,600 square foot plus units, they're more like a townhome style. And
it's all relative, Wyatt, though. What are the rents on these things?
The rents, well, what they were terrible. We're starting to rent the 4 bedrooms for $1,500.
Yeah, there you go. I mean, that's easy math right there. You don't got to, take it too far.
Yeah. So, and that's conservatively. I mean, in this market, we have 2 bedrooms getting $1,200, and so I underwrote this at our 2 bedrooms getting $935. They're already renting at $995, and we're just bumping. So I think I was very conservative
home run
when we first started here. Yeah,
135 is cheap.
Yeah. I also want to point out we're in the Lincoln market. I really love the Lincoln market. The unemployment rate is very low. The growth is just about 2% per year. And I think it's just overlooked. I'm in Omaha and we look for deals there, but Lincoln has been a very good gold mine for us. We have 2 more deals there this year and going to continue to buy in that area. As far as so one of the things that made this deal a home run deal was the fact that we got 3.625 interest rate. We got and then on that we had a 5.530. So it was fixed for 5 years at a 30-year amortization, and they did a 75% loan to cost, which means the bank will pay for 75% of our rehab on everything that we did.
That is awesome.
Who's doing this?
Yeah, how'd you get a 30-year amortization?
Let me get them digits.
Wow.
Yeah, truth be told, I mean, it was one of the members in the group, Darren Zulke, actually, he said, hey, let's talk to this bank. And it was called Madison County Bank. They're a small local community bank. They only work with Nebraskans, and they made us jump through a lot of loops and holes, but we made it as far as the paperwork goes. Monica Lorenzo, fun fact, is from Uruguay. She flew into Florida just to get the docs sent to Florida to then FedEx them to New York, to then FedEx them to Alaska, to then FedEx them here for the closing. So it was not easy to coordinate all this bull crap, but at the end of the day, it was worth it.
I'm not even sure what you just said, but I'm sure it was worth getting them in, right?
Wow.
It was worth it.
Can you walk me through that again? Wait, why are you flying places to send documents? I'm really confused right now.
So they had to have a wet signature on everything.
Yeah.
The bank doesn't do online notaries or online anything. So then we had to have one of our members is Monica Lorenzo, who lives in South America. She flew into Florida, and it started.
I thought you said she flew from New York into Florida. I got you.
Yeah. And then we sent them over to our partner in New York and our partner in Alaska, and then back to Nebraska for the closing. So it was fun.
And that's the power, though, but that is the power of the community, where you have Darren, who actually brings a ton of value from that community bank. This debt, and people have to understand, that is the biggest partner you're going to have in the deal, is the debt. And when you can lock in 5.530 on a community bank at that interest rate, That makes a lot
Loan to
of
cost,
deals
beautiful.
pencil out. That is phenomenal. Great job. Congratulations. That is awesome.
Thank you. Yeah. So, and the fact that they're paying for the debt or the rehab, just it's amazing. So they are our best partner. Yeah, I mean, other than that, I guess I'll just give an update on where we're at with the deal right now. We closed in April. We're really through phase 1 of CapEx, which means we've done new roofs, we've done new landscaping. As Jake said, there's no more trees in the middle there. We've put on new exterior doors, and then there was a really bad old rundown playground that no one used. It looked terrible. So we have taken that out. We put in a dog park, and we've started charging for dogs now, and that's going great. The tenants are very receptive to that. And so we're just kind of going, and then we've renovated 4 units so far, just because we've had to wait till leases have expired.
Talk about what you're doing on the renovations.
Yeah, as far as the renovations go, we are putting in all LVP, so long lifetime wood flooring. We're doing the big white trim. We're doing painting, new fixtures, new cabinets, not new cabinets, new handles. We put in new countertops and kept the cabinets, and we did rent for that one, but we are going to reface the cabinets for the next one and charge more of a premium rent. We've kind of noticed, depending on what we do with the kitchen, depends on what we can charge for rent. And so instead of leaving the oak cabinets that are in there, we're going to reface them and then put on a new countertop like we did.
So are you like spraying the boxes white and then putting new doors on them?
Yes. Yeah, exactly. Yep. So, and truth be told, we didn't do that on the first couple. On the first couple, we just left the oak in there, and we achieved the rent that I thought we could get. But now we're seeing that the value is there to take the doors off, spray it, and get a couple hundred more.
Yeah. Do these have garages on them too?
Yeah, these 3-bedroom units have garages on them. Yep.
Beautiful.
Wow, this is awesome. It's getting better.
I love this stuff.
It's getting better and better. This deal is just getting better and better for me. Like this is what you want to buy, this kind of deal, because it's a 2006 build. So I mean, you can hold this for the long term. That's one thing I love. The vintage is great. The unit mix, I mean, the 3s and the 4s, it's conducive to people who probably don't want to own a home, but want to live in something that feels like a home. So that's really, really important. You discuss the market. The market is phenomenal. Wyatt, how has your buy right criteria changed since you joined Jake and Gino? What were you buying before Jake and Gino? And it seems like right now you've honed in on a buy right criteria that is working in this part of the market cycle for you.
Yeah, that's a good point. I have moved away from buying in locations that I have bought in before. Mm-hmm. I don't buy in like war zones, like D areas, but I've definitely bought in C- areas. And after owning a management company now, it's just not worth the brain damage. So we are now no longer buying in C- areas. The 2 new deals that we have under contract are in a fantastic areas of Lincoln. And so, now that the deal flow is there, the credibility is there with the brokers, we're just deciding that we're only going to buy in C+ to B areas. And then we're only going to buy assets that are 1970s and up. And then we really look for value add. The only thing that I do buy is value add. So I'm looking to solve problems, and quote by Vince Gethings is, you get paid based off the problems that you solve. And so I'm really looking to solve bigger problems, more ran down properties. Like the one that we have under contract right now, it's 36 units. That's very much undervalued. And so,
man, this stuff right here, though, you take care of this property and the residents, and it's going to take care of you, though. This is, I love this type of stuff. This is right down the fairway.
And so how many units was this again, Wyatt? How many units?
This was 22.
22 units. If you're going to average of a profit per unit on this between $200 and $300 profit per door, once this thing is repositioned, you're looking at $6,000 a month in positive cash flow. Once this thing is stabilized, repositioned, then you look at the cost segregation benefits that you're going to get from it, and you're going to be able to hold this thing for the long term. This one deal,
people are going to want to stay here too.
Yeah, that's the same. Like you said, it's ROE, it's return on
homes.
effort. Yeah, there's less of an effort. How did you get these next 2 deals that you have on the contract? How did you find these next 2 deals?
Truth be told, I host a meetup, and we one of the guys at the meetup was a wholesaler, and so he saw that I was out here doing deals, and he saw that I was out here doing deals in his market. So he brought these deals directly to me, and they're both fantastic value add deals. So
wow, are you syndicating the deals, or you have partners on the deals? How does that look for you?
Yeah, I'm glad you asked. I can't wait for Alex to go later. But Alex and I are JVing on the 12 unit, and it's a 12 unit, 100% refi. You know, we're going to burr out all of our money. And then we are syndicating the 36 unit, and Alex is a GP on that.
Sneaky. Didn't even know that, huh? You're pulling it. That's awesome.
Coming in the back door, Gino. You just
Congratulations. That's phenomenal. I mean, that you guys are doing that. And what I love about it, it doesn't matter the size. These deals are, like you said, they are legacy deals. You buy them right, you hold on to these deals, and you let them cash flow. Congratulations on that. I have so many other questions. You're buying the deals, 12 unit, 36 unit. What is the I guess the exit strategy for these? They're basically refis you're looking to do on these, correct?
Yeah, we're doing value add with refis. And when I say refis too, I guess I'll pause that. One thing I learned, thanks to Jake and Gino again, was I'm not really looking to refi in this environment, because we're getting debt that's cheaper than where debt is headed. And so when I say refi, I'm working with community banks that I have good relationships with. We're putting good debt on these buildings. The same 12 unit that we're buying is the same as this building here. It's a 30-year amortization, 5% interest, and it's locked for 5 years. And so once we get the value to where we want it to, instead of refinancing, we're going to take a secondary loan against the property and keep that existing 5% debt in place. And then, whatever the debt is at the time, take whatever that is and capture the equity, and then go put it into another property, continue to snowball it.
And that's what you're doing. You're taking the equity from one, because everyone's always asking me, well, how do you get money for the next deal? You can either seller finance the deal, you can syndicate and raise money for the deal, or like what you're doing, we teach putting deals on an imaginary conveyor belt. You're putting deals on this conveyor belt. By year 2, this deal is ready to refi out, and the deal you buy today, 2 years from now. So you're continuing to stack assets on that conveyor belt, and they're able to matriculate, and you pull that capital out. And the trick, Wyatt, is you can still go to Hawaii, but you got to put some money into those deals, right? That's the important thing. Continue to invest in those deals.
Yeah, amen. I couldn't agree more. I'm really grateful that I did this with over 40 single family homes. And so it really laid a solid base for the financing, the banking relationships, and the structure for Burr to then take it into the multifamily space. So now, like you said, it's whatever tool we need for the tool belt. The 36 unit it was a big enough raise that we decided to syndicate it. But all of our LPs know that we're in it for the long haul. So it's a 10-year hold, and they're going to get paid well. So that's really how we work. And if all of my partners, all of my limited partners, they all know that we look to hold for a long period of time, because that's how you make wealth in real estate. And then when you refi, you can then use the equity and continue to hold.
I love that. Why that's part of your brand. Your brand is to buy and hold for the long term, and to create that wealth. So it's important that you convey that to your limited partners. Make sure that you're both on the same page. Make sure that you both have the same type of investing goals, and you pick the right, I guess, equity partners, and they're there for the long term. That's awesome. How can everyone on this call get a hold of you? Can you
hold on, Gino? I have one more question for me, real quick. Compare this to doing 25 single family houses. Was this easier? Was this harder? Just love to hear a comparison from your experience.
Yeah, well, I did 25 single family houses working on the side after a full-time job last year, so that was interesting. I think this is just so much better because the scalability and the leverage that comes with it. And what I mean by that is we have a team in place now that can just go do this. And because we have enough volume coming on our plate, we can build the team. And then now I can leverage my time to lead our team. We do daily huddles every morning, and then our team can go out and accomplish this. And the single families, every single thing is different. So every single time we get out there, every single thing is different. And it's
where are the breakers? What's up with the plumbing? What type of plumbing is it? You got identical boxes stacked on each other right here, and they're marvelous.
And you've got one closing.
Yep.
And you've got all these units as opposed to 25 different insurances.
One bank account.
25 different property taxes, and it's not even you can't even compare it. Not even a comparison.